Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain Free You. So today I wanted to talk about this. How to coach yourself to end your pain or symptoms. So get to that in a minute. Got a little plane going overhead. I'm sure you can hear that. So I'm going to relax. Again, it's a beautiful fall day. Breathe in the peace. Exhale the chaos. We have a little airport, so we get those small, single engine planes flying overhead. The ones that are about as big as a car with wings. So, how to coach yourself to get well. So, this is going to get down to mindset. This is going to get down to stopping self-critical, judgmental thoughts. Starting to believe in yourself. But it all boils down to fundamentals. You got to know what's causing your symptoms and pains. Perceived danger. Been talking about this stuff for a while. Hopefully you've heard some of these videos. If not, go to my Fast Start playlist. So dansfaststart.com. It'll bring you right to the playlist. But understanding what's causing the symptoms is key for you to be able to successfully coach yourself. Because if your coaching includes, well, I don't know if it's this perceived danger stuff. I don't know if it's TMS. I don't really know. But go ahead, brain, turn off the pain. It's not an effective coach. You got to know the strategy, but you got to know the cause of the symptoms in order to coach yourself and your scared brain to turn them off. Right? Because if you don't know what's causing the symptoms, how can you expect to coach your brain in shutting them down, turning them off? And I had somebody today say, if I could just see a little shift in the symptoms, then I could believe. Unfortunately, it's backwards. Because as long as you are doubtful and think it's probably your body that's creating the symptoms, the brain's going to remain on high alert, highly vigilant, and not likely to turn off the symptoms. So, know what's causing the pain. 2, make a decision. Do the assessments, make a decision that this is the only thing going on for me. Also critical in order to coach yourself to end your symptoms or pains. Because if you don't know what causes pain and you don't know that applies to you, kind of good luck asking your brain to turn off the symptoms, because the brain's job is safety and survival. And if your coaching involves doubt and worry and fear, and oh my goodness, what if the doctors miss something? Your brain's not going to buy that coaching message and turn off the symptoms. Clarity is job number 1. Without clarity, it's going to be really hard to be successful in turning off the symptoms. So if you're struggling with getting any sense of progress, look at your clarity. How certain are you that it's TMS, perceived danger pain? If you're not too sure, that's got to be your next step. It's your most important task. With that clarity, then you can begin coaching yourself with safety messages to teach the brain that I'm actually okay. But the brain's not going to listen if you keep on telling yourself, but maybe the doctors missed something, or no, I think I have this medical label for this physical structural thing. Once you've done the assessments and determined it's TMS, perceived danger pain, or symptoms, stop using the doctor's medical labels. Because all that does is keep your brain thinking, well, he keeps on talking about tendinitis, or repetitive strain injury, or neuralgia this, or, whatever the medical label is that you've been assigned. As long as you keep on using the doctor's medical labels for your body as a body condition, or as long as you seem to think that, well, maybe the doctor missed something, the doctor tells me I'm fine, but they must have missed something, because this pain is really, it feels so real, it feels so structural. Yes, it does. The pain is real. And it does feel structural a lot of times. I was crooked and jacked up, and looking in the mirror, it would have been really easy for me to go, it is structural, look at how crooked I am. But I was blessed that Dr. Schubner said, Dan, you're not in pain because you're crooked. He said, you're crooked because you're in pain. In other words, crooked was the result, not the cause. So clarity, job number one. What causes symptoms? Yes, this applies to me. You know, if you don't have that, don't move on to the rest. But if you do, and you are certain, then your job is to teach your brain and coach your brain that there's nothing to be afraid of, because by definition, TMS and perceived danger pain means that there's no real danger, there's no real damage. And even if there's things on the MRI, those are incidental findings, or as Sarno called it, normal abnormalities. But if the pain is behaving like TMS, like the brain is creating it, perceived danger pain, then that's what's creating it. And your body's not the issue. Even if you've got a torn this or a bulging that or a herniated that. If your pain is behaving like TMS and perceived danger pain, that's what it is. Because structural and physical situations don't behave the same way. So, how do you coach yourself to get well? Well, first of all, you cannot expect a positive outcome with negative motivation. Meaning, even if you have the clarity that I just spoke about, even if you have that level of clarity, you cannot achieve a positive outcome with negative motivation. You're not doing this good enough. You must be doing this wrong. I should be farther along. I can't believe I'm not better yet. That's negative motivation. But I don't believe that's going to help you. I don't believe that's beneficial, because there's a lot of judgment and criticism in those words. I should be farther along by now. I should be better by now. I know everything about TMS, so why aren't I better? I am living my life, Dan, but I'm not any better. This stuff doesn't work because I'm living my life and I'm not better. I thought you said I need to live my life. Yeah, but that's not one thing in isolation that'll resolve the pain. The brain has to feel safe, physically, mentally, emotionally, in order for it to lower the danger level, get out of this high alert, high vigilance status, and turn off the alarm signal. But remember, perceived danger pain means they're false alarms. You're not really broken. So how do you coach yourself? Words of encouragement. That was yesterday's video. Go watch it if you haven't seen it. Or if, as a result of this video, you're thinking, maybe I should have paid attention to that yesterday. Words of encouragement are the ability to reassure yourself that, hey, Dan, you've done the assessments. By the way, they're at painfreeyou.com/start. There are 2 assessments there. If you're missing that clarity I talked about a little while ago, you got to get clear as to what's causing the symptoms and that it applies to you. So, but calm reassurance. Hey, come on, brain. We've done the assessments. Your pain is behaving like the brain is creating it, not some physical body problem. So remind yourself, coach yourself, and say, go, Dan, you're going to be all right. We've got the best news ever that it's just TMS. It's just the brain perceiving danger. It's not a real broken or flawed body part that's causing it. And for anybody who goes, just TMS, TMS is awful, you're missing the point. The good news is if the brain can learn to turn on the pain and keep it persistent, it can learn to turn it off. It absolutely can. The brain is very malleable, very plastic, and its job is to keep us safe and keep us alive. And with the information that's been provided from the doctors, from your experience, from your own thinking, from the internet research, from your friends, family, coworkers, spouse, if all that information is you're broken, go see the doctor, or the doctor says get used to it, and all these other negative nocebos that they say, if that's the information your brain's operating on, it's no wonder you're hurt, right? But it's our job to educate ourselves, what causes symptoms and pains, do the assessments to determine that this actually applies to us, and then it's our job to teach ourselves that we're okay and to coach ourselves, to motivate ourselves to keep going. Because this stuff, I hate to say it, but this stuff is hard. Why? Because we're dealing with fear. We're dealing with fear that may have been built up over years or decades worth of dealing with chronic symptoms or ailments or conditions. So yeah, this stuff can be hard, but it gets a heck of a lot easier when you simplify it. Perceived danger is a problem, safety is a solution. You are now your own best safety coach, and you're operating based on the framework that says, I'm okay because I understand what causes symptoms and pain. I've done the assessments, and I know that that's all that's going on for me. So I am now my own best safety coach. And maybe you could call me that too, because that's what I'm doing daily. It's giving you messages of safety and clarity and certainty, and you can do this. I know you can get well. Learn to do this for yourself so that if you're in the middle of the day, in the middle of a grocery store, and you're feeling some sensations come up, you'll be able to coach yourself through it. Hey, come on, Dan. Just a grocery store. Nothing dangerous is happening. I'm not concerned about it, Mr. or Mrs. Brain. So you don't need to be either. And shift your attention back to whatever you were doing. A bit of calm reassurance. Doesn't have to be all day. You don't have to be talking to yourself all day. But just reassure yourself that I'm actually okay. And then go back to whatever you were doing. Engage your brain in life. Doing normal things, terrified of your symptoms and thinking about them the whole time, is not the cure. Doing normal things and being engaged in normal things and not giving a crap if the symptoms are there or not, that is curative. But that's part of it. Teach your brain that emotions are safe. Teach your brain that you're safe physically, a relaxed body, breathing comfortably. Teach your brain that you're safe by not believing all the fearful negative thoughts. Right? If you're ruminating about your symptoms all day long, you can literally tell your brain, shh, we don't need to hear that. Why? Because we have clarity. We know what causes symptoms or pain. We know it applies to us, so I don't need to think about this stuff all day. Yeah, the sensations are there. Yeah, they're not very comfortable, but so what? Because I know I'm going to be okay. So how do you want to coach yourself? Positive words of encouragement. Not looking behind you at your experiencing going, you should be farther along. You're doing this wrong. You must be doing something wrong. The pain's still there. Oh, we just had a pain flare-up. What did I do wrong? That's not good, effective coaching. Good, effective coaching, if the pain should flare for some reason, you can go, hey, brain, don't get carried away by this. Yeah, I know the symptoms are up, but I'm not concerned. I know that all this means is that the brain is perceiving a heightened amount of danger. It's my job to say, hey, brain, there's nothing bad going on. Look around. There's nothing bad going on. I can do this. Brain, we are going to do this together. I'm going to lead the way because I'm the conscious thinking brain. You're the subconscious. And I'm going to lead the way because right now you're just scared and misinformed. And me, the conscious thinking brain, Dan, I'm going to lead the way because I know we're okay. I know this stuff applies to me. And I know that with consistent messages of safety, consistent positive coaching experiences, that I can do this. I'm well on my way. I am less fearful today than I was yesterday. I am freaking out less than I was. I am more confident in the assessments and the certainty that TMS, perceived danger pain, is the only thing going on. I am making progress. It may not result in the symptoms yet, but I'm coaching myself. So brain, let's get on board here. Let's work together because I'm not giving up on this. I believe in myself. I know I can do this. I'm going to do this. So brain, I know you're protecting me. I know you love me. I love you too. Thank you for taking care of me all my life. But in this case, this perceived danger creating symptoms, you're mistaken. We're really not in trouble. You're operating on misinformation and fear. And Dan, your safety coach, is going to teach you with consistency and confidence and clarity and positive coaching that we can do this. Do you see how this feels compared to, I have symptoms, I must be doing something wrong. What did I do? Oh no, I did this, this, and this, and now I set myself back. I'm starting all over. No, you're not. No, you're not. You can't forget what you've already learned. So positive, confident, clarity. Remind yourself exactly what's going on. Because if every time you feel a sensation or a symptom or a pain, you jump to the conclusion of, oh, that hurts, the doctors must have missed something, you're doing a lousy job of coaching yourself. And view it as if you're trying to coach a scared child, that they're actually okay even though they're scared. You wouldn't do it with negative, like you're doing everything wrong, you'll never get better, which we do to ourselves all the time. You would encourage a kid, hey, no, look, I know you're trying to ride the bike and I know it's wobbly and I know you just crashed. But I know that if you keep on getting back on that bike and pedaling, you're going to get there. You're going to get to the point where all of a sudden you're up. You're going to keep it going. Right? This is a learning process. And you, the safety coach, is teaching and coaching the brain that we're actually okay. So does any of this stuff make sense? I hope it does. But you can be a very effective coach for yourself. A very effective coach. I'm modeling that for you. And I'm thrilled that many people are finding these videos helpful. So I'm thrilled to be your coach. If you'd like direct coaching and have an opportunity to have a conversation with me, join the group program, if even just for a month. It's like $100 a month. And I do 16 basically open coaching sessions where anybody can ask me questions, share their progress, all that stuff. It also includes a video course. Go to painfreeyou.com/join. Jump in, give it a try, if only just for a month, or you may find you love it and you stick around until you're through the process. I think you'll love it. I hope I get a chance to meet you. I mean, I love talking to you every day already, but I'd love to meet you in person. So if you'd like some one-on-one direct help in a group format, let's be clear, I'm not doing any private coaching consults. There's just not enough time in the day. But the group coaching program is a great way to go. It's a nice sense of community. So you can be a coach. You can be your own safety coach, your own perceived danger recovery coach. Consistency, clarity, confidence. Can do. Not the negative crap that you're doing it all wrong. You're not. You can always make a shift. Even if things have been not going great so far, you can make a shift right now, immediately, that says, I'm okay. Coach yourself. It's halftime. You're in the locker room, and the coach is talking to the team, and the coach is saying, boys, girls, I believe in you. I know you've got what it takes to get this done and go out there in the second half and really, really do a fantastic job. Go team. Go team, go. You can coach yourself. So it doesn't matter what the first half looked like or the first part of the journey or however whatever you've been through. You can always turn it around by coaching yourself consistently in a positive way, not screaming at yourself that you suck, you're doing it wrong. No, you've got this. I believe in you, believe in yourself, because there's no reason that you can't learn this stuff, teach yourself this stuff, calm yourself down, and that's not a negative connotation, but really, when you feel safer, the whole system will calm down automatically. Your job as your own safety coach is to teach yourself that you're already okay. So, love you all. Going to wrap it up here. Hope everybody's doing fantastic. And we'll see all of you coaches tomorrow. Love you. Take care.